Hey YouTube, this is Crave Collector 01 back today for another video review. Today I'll be reviewing the Zenon or God Zenon set from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad or Denko Chojin Gridman. Here we have the three parts. We have God Tank, Twin Driller, and the Thunderjet, also known as Vitor, Boar, and Tracto in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. I will mostly refer to these by their Japanese name just because I've seen Gridman, but I've not really watched Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. So we'll move into the review. We'll take a look at each piece. Here we have the Thunderjet. Very nice. Lots of chrome, good size. Here we have the Twin Driller. This will be a bit of a longer review just because there's a lot of ground to cover. This is the God Tank. The turrets can move around. These are easily lost. They do come off. So we'll scoot these guys over and we'll get into the combination for God Zenon. We're going to start with the God Tank. We're going to come back here, fold these up. Those will become heel spurs. Fold these up. Flip this blue section around. Flip this section around. Then you're going to come to the underside, unclip what will be the feet, and fold this entire section down, and these two blue halves here will peg together. Just like so. Then you can bring the cannons down to the side. And there you have the legs ready to go. Next, for the simplest transformation mechanic in all of combining robot history, we're going to take the Twin Driller, we're going to turn it over, and then we're going to connect it. Done. Now we'll move on to the Thunderjet, and to transform him we want to flip up the landing gear. We want to disconnect these sleds from what will be the arms, just kind of let them hang out. Then we're going to fold these sections. We can flip this down, flip the hand out, fold these down and tilt them out. These blue sections will wrap around on Twin Driller to hold it onto the top. We'll do this. Flip the hand out. You can go ahead and extend the arms if you want. Next, we'll push down on this gold section here. That'll release the back half. We'll just fold that straight back for the time being. Then we'll disconnect this nose cone from this top section. We'll flip that up, and there's God Zenon's head. Nice light piping translucent orange plastic. And now we're ready to combine. There's a couple of posts here that combine to these post holes on Twin Driller. So we just set him on. I'll adjust the camera a little bit for this because he gets pretty tall. Let's see. It's kind of hard. I might have to fiddle for a second to get him latched on. There we go. Then once you feel it collapse, you just close these arms back and you can feel it snug on. Next, you're going to take the nose cone of the jet, fold it up, and it clips into place. Then you just take this entire back section and let it rest against the back. This is the ugliest part. He's got a big backpack, and then you can split the legs. But all in all, I think he's awesome. I think he's really cool for a combining robot. I think he's fantastic. I think he's definitely worth a pickup if you see him out. If you can get him complete, I think he's a fantastic figure to have. He's just really cool. Old school mecha. He's just awesome. He does sport one other mode. You can combine him with the base Gridman figure and combine into Thunder Gridman. So we'll do a bit of a jump cut. I'll get these guys disassembled and I'll show you guys how to get into Thunder Gridman. All right, guys, we're back. We'll get into the Thunder Gridman combination. Really quickly, I just want to go over, you do need the 8-inch servo or a Gridman that was released separately. Here you see I have the red Gridman. He just sports basic articulation, 360 at the arms, swivels at the wrist, a little bit of head movement. Nothing really to speak of. But for the sake of this review, instead of using this Gridman, I'll be using this black Gridman that I picked up a while back specifically for this, because I believe that it has a nicer color scheme. Because when the thighs show in the robot mode, you see the black instead of the red, and I think it gives it a more unified color scheme. So for combination, the only thing you need to do is rotate his fists outward, and he's ready to combine. We'll set him to the side. We'll go ahead and prep these individual parts. There's not really much to do with the God tank. We just separate it. And he's pretty close to being ready to go. Next, we'll move on to the twin driller. We separate these two halves. They come off. We rotate these drill bits to the ends there, and that makes the shoulder pads for the combination mode. Then we take these parts, split them. These become the fists. These just open up, and you see his hand pegs in there. So these pieces are ready to go. We'll set them to the side. Set all this to the side. Then we'll bring in the Thunder Jet, and to get it ready for combination, it has the most. These fold out. You take these pieces out, fold these gray sleds that peg onto the arms to the other side. We'll just leave that kind of like that. Then we push this entire section out like we did for the God Zenon transformation. We collapse these. Next, we extend the arm a little bit, fold it completely out, and collapse it back down. And then this entire hinge folds inward, like so. And then you take the nose cone, flip up the landing gear. You see there's a couple post holes. This entire section folds up and clips onto the arms, holding this entire back piece section into place. As you can see, there's the combination head. We fold this other section down, and this is ready to combine. So next we'll bring in our Gridman. I like to start at the shoulders just because they're two of the more finicky bits. They plug onto these post holes here. So you just kind of line it up. And clip it on. Just like so. Next we'll move down to the legs. We take our Thunder tank, peg the foot on to here, or God tank. It folds up at the back, pegging into the back of the leg. Then we fold this section up. It clips together. And then we take these tank treads and fold them inward to complete the leg. Fold this up and connect it to the tank treads. And there we have one of the legs. We do the same on the other side. together and connect it at the treads. So he's already getting pretty beefy. We'll go ahead and add the arms on. So what you want to do is you come in and you plug that in and wrap it around. That plugs on just like so. Same thing on this side. I would recommend, if your Gridman has like tight fist holes, to not really plug these in all the way, just because he's kind of known to have weak wrists. I've seen some of the Gridman figures missing hands just because the wrist can be a little weak. So just be careful. Next, we bring in the chest piece. We're gonna make sure these go around and wrap this completely around. And what's neat is it's gonna be kind of hard to show on camera, he's got peg holes in his hips that support these sleds. Then you fold this piece in, and then this piece latches over top and locks the whole thing in. Then this folds back. There's a couple posts here and a couple ports, and it plugs on just like that. Next, we have the final touch, which is to take the horn and flip it forward. And I have to say, he is a really fantastic looking figure all put together. I believe he's known as Synchro in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, but this is Thunder Gridman to me. A fantastic figure, absolutely just so cool. He's probably one of my top 10 favorite designs and combinations in my collection. And then here you can see where Gridman's thighs show through. I like the black better, because if you had him in there, it would be red. There's an argument for both. You could see the red in the arms here, but I just like the black. I think it's more unified. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This is one I've been wanting to do for a while. I think this is an awesome set. If you see this out and you have the opportunity to pick this up, don't hesitate. It's a fantastic set. Really, really cool, old school. And it just looks great on the shelf. It's big, it's bulky. It looks fantastic displayed. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This has been Crave Collector 01 with Thunder Gridman, signing out.